Welcome back to Alpine Garage Sports, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. We are in the garage, obviously. I am your host, Chris. I put a video out yesterday about how Fox's Big Noon Kickoff is going to be covering the TCU-CU game at TCU this year. And, you know, that's huge. Like, we knew it was going to be a big game. We knew TCU was going to sell it out, like every CU game is going to be sold out this year. And then with Fox covering it now and having it be a very prominent Big Noon Kickoff game, we know it's going to be lights out from a television viewing standpoint too. I have a subscriber that you guys know and love, and he goes by Lawrence RBE. He sent a note to me today as a comment that said, what if they move the game to Jerry's World? Boom. I had thought about it originally when it came out, but didn't think it was going to be possible because I didn't know how it was going to be televised. Now knowing that Fox is going to pick it up, why wouldn't it move there? So let's talk about AT&T Stadium. So we're talking about a stadium that was opened in 2009, 2010, and has hosted Super Bowls. It's 3 million square feet and holds 80 to 100,000 people. So they can change it from an 80 to 100,000 seat stadium depending on what event they have going on. And last year, the Cowboys averaged 94,000 people. So they could easily expand that. I don't know if we could fill 94,000 for this game, but we could fill 80,000. That would be almost double what would be seated at Carter Stadium. So let's talk about that for a minute. This is a giant what if, because I think most of us know, if you're a Cowboys fan, which I am, always been, being from this region of the country, you're a Broncos fan, you're a Cowboys fan. Now, I say that, there's probably a lot of Broncos fans out there that would differ with me, and probably a lot of Cowboys fans that would differ with me. But I was split pretty good 50-50 Broncos, Cowboys, and I still am. What I mean by that is I love 100% the Cowboys, and I love 100% the Broncos. And in the rare occurrences when they play each other, I wear one of those split jersey things. So, you know, it's one of those kind of things. But being a devout Cowboy fan my entire life, Ed Too Tall Jones had his poster on the wall, had a jersey, you know, things like that. And then watching Dion come, which was an explosion for me when he came to the Cowboys. I mean, we had already won 2 Super Bowls at that point. But you just knew by him coming in that we were going to win another Super Bowl. And like that, we did. So, but he has a great relationship with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones owns AT&T Stadium. On that same note, Jerry Jones helped develop Fox into a sports channel. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Pat Bowlen and Jerry Jones were the 2 owners that really kind of helped lift Fox from an obscure, you know, channel to a sports mega channel. And so he has got great relationships with Fox, and Fox covers a lot of games at AT&T Stadium. So far, this thing is coming together pretty nice. Now let's throw in the fact that TCU plays games at AT&T Stadium. They've played several in-season games at AT&T Stadium. In 2010 and 2013, they play games there. So why would this be any different? They've also played in Big 12 championships at AT&T Stadium. So why wouldn't this get picked up? So the first thing I would think of is that they've already booked something during that time span. Looking at the event schedule, no. In fact, they're sandwiched between the first Cowboy game in like the early part of September and the Metallica tour, which is going to be there in the late part of August. So that leaves September 2nd right in the middle, completely open as far as the events calendar is concerned. And, you know, I might just actually go down there on the 20th, go to the Metallica concert, and then just wait for a week and hit the TCU game. I don't know. If it's at AT&T Stadium, I might change my mind and actually go down there. So then you think to yourself, okay, so TCU plays at Carter Field. Now, TCU Stadium is smaller than Folsom Field. It's 47,000 seats. So it's a very small stadium. And so, you know, ticket sales are going to be, I've already heard tickets are just ridiculous for this thing right now. If you move it to AT&T Stadium, there is the opportunity that there might be better ticket prices for it. But would TCU change to go there? Would they agree to go there? And I don't know. I mean, that would be, they would obviously make a lot more money if they did that. Here are the negatives. So the first one is that Dallas is Dion's town. I'm just going to say that again. Dallas is Dion's town. Obviously, when he moved there and stayed there after he played with the Cowboys, There's a lot of love for Deion in that city, and people would come out just to support him. Now, they may not be Colorado fans, and probably aren't, but they will be that day. And then plus you also have a lot of people around that region that would travel just to go to AT&T Stadium if there are tickets available. And we'll call those the BWBs. I got you on that one, Harry. And, filling that stadium with people who may not be Colorado fans, but are supporting Prime or supporting Colorado because of that, that might actually change the dynamic of the game and create a home field advantage for CU. I mean, I don't know. There'd be a lot of people from Colorado that would travel, but we would need a lot more people than that to dilute the TCU fans and the people around Dallas that would support TCU. Plus, you have the tailgating scene for TCU. I have never tailgated at TCU in my life, but I can tell you that tailgating at TCU is probably a very time-honored event, like it is at every university, and that would change it because when you tailgate at a pro stadium, it's a completely different experience. It's all asphalt. A lot of parking areas will limit you as to what you can do and where you can do it. So just the tailgating scene alone would be different. And you also have that stigma of TCU would probably want to beat Deion in their house. So there you go. I mean, to beat Deion in Deion's house, and I'm not saying the AT&T Stadium is Deion's house, but I'll tell you what, that 90s Cowboy team built that stadium, and he was part of that 90s Cowboy team. So there you go. So I don't know. I have no idea, guys. If TCU is in it for the money and they want to make a lot of money on this game, which they have the opportunity to do, they are 20.5 point favorites in this game. Then if they have the confidence to pull this off, then why not go and make the money, take the bag, and run with it? Traditions be damned. On the other hand, if they think they're going to get beat, I don't know that they want to do that. If they think that the crowd is going to turn and they're not going to be home, it's not going to be a home field advantage, that might be something as well. But it'll be interesting to come up with. I mean, the stadium, Carter Stadium and AT&T Stadium is only 24 minutes down I-30. So it's a really quick jaunt for anybody who's a TCU fan, TCU alum that's going to go to that game. So really, it really is home field for TCU. Whether they can get those tickets sold or not, for TCU fans, that would be the difference. Thanks, Lawrence, for throwing that out there. It blew me away this morning, and I appreciate it very much. I wanted to talk about it. I want to get your comments. What do you think? First of all, will Jerry pick it up if he can? And second, would that make the game better or worse, in your opinion? That is a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports. I appreciate you hanging out with me right now. This is fun. This is getting even more and more fun by the day. And I will see you in the next video. And if you haven't already heard, we coming on September 2nd.